Hello my friends, welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna talk about my preferred 7 fragrances, and these are the fragrances that I would wear for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't have any issues with this. The principle is very simple. 1 week has 7 days, so I don't wear the same fragrance 2 days in a row. So I'm gonna pick one fragrance for each day of the week for the rest of my life. First of all fragrances presented in this list are designer fragrances. I don't stand niche fragrances, mainly because they are way too expensive compared to designer fragrances, and also niche doesn't always mean the best performing, the best smelling, the most impressive fragrance that you can find out there. A lot of times throughout my life I have discovered, if you want, that there are designer houses that actually make better fragrances than niche houses. So let's go ahead and start with my first pick in this list, 7 fragrances for life. And my number 1 is, of course, the one and only Encre Noir from the house of Lalique. This is a masterpiece. A cheapie in terms of price, with an amazing smell, with an amazing composition, with very good performance, and it's one of the most beautiful and most interesting fragrances that I ever encountered in my life. Dark, earthy, inky type of fragrance, very good performance, and it attracts a lot of compliments also. I highly encourage you to buy this one and to have it in your collection. This is a masterpiece, as I said, from the house of Lalique, and it's not the only one. The house of Lalique is one of my favorite designer houses, and if this fragrance was made by, I don't know, Tom Ford or any other niche type of designer house, it would have cost about $200 or euros, but it only costs $25–30, which is a must buy. So this is Encre Noir from the house of Lalique, one of the most impressive fragrances that I ever encountered. My second pick is from the house of Dior, and it's none other than Sauvage Parfum, the classic formulation, the 66 formulation, not the modern variant, which I absolutely hate. I don't like it at all, but this one is another masterpiece. Basically this one is the only fragrance that I actually appreciate and like from the house of Dior. It's the only one that works for me. An impressive performance, a impressive smell, a very simple, basic fragrance in terms of notes, but very elegant, very classy, very refined, for a very good price. Actually, this costs about 100 euros, but the quality inside is something amazing. I actually wear this only on special occasions. It's not on daily driver, if you want, but I do enjoy wearing it, smelling it, and simply it attracts a lot of compliments. It's a compliment getter, and I highly encourage you to also have this one in your collection. So this is Sauvage Parfum from the house of Dior. My third pick is a fresh fragrance, and this is for the hotter days, especially for spring, summer, and the beginning of fall. And this is Terre d'Hermès Eau Très Fraîche. I wasn't picking the classic Terre d'Hermès, mainly because I love Eau Très Fraîche a lot more than the classic Terre d'Hermès. I love it mainly because it's a very impressive fragrance, and also it has one amazing grapefruit note inside, very zesty, very juicy, with the already famous Terre d'Hermès DNA inside. Also, the vetiver and the red oranges seem to be a bit oomphed in terms of performance in this one. So I do love Très Fraîche. I love Terre d'Hermès, the classic one, but I do prefer this one a bit more, mainly to the grapefruit note, which is simply amazing. Great performance, great compliment getter, and also it gives you a very fresh, clean sensation when you wear it, and cooling also, especially in hot summer days, such as today, for example. Very, very beautiful fragrance from Hermès, Très Fraîche. Next one on this list, we go to another designer house that's on my top favorites, let's say, and this is the house of Mugler, and the fragrance is called Alien for Men. I know a lot of people hate on this fragrance. I know a lot of people don't like this fragrance. I know it's a very polarizing fragrance to begin with, but for me, and I said this from the beginning, this is a masterpiece. A very, very beautiful fragrance for men, especially for fall, winter, spring. Not so much in the summer, although you can also pull it in the summer. Mainly because this is a very interesting fragrance. It can be fresh, it can be gourmand, it can be woody, it can be spicy, it can be aromatic, it can be whatever you want it to be. It's very interesting in terms of behavior on the skin, but to me it's simply beautiful. The main note inside here, or the distinctive note, is the dill note, and basically a lot of people hate this fragrance because of the dill note, but I actually like it. It smells very nice. This is a monster performer in terms of performance. On my skin at least it stays somewhere around 18 hours. Projection is again a monster type of fragrance in terms of projection. It's a compliment getter, but it doesn't appeal to everyone. But to me, I like it. I'm wearing it whenever I want to wear it because I enjoy wearing it. And I do appreciate what Mugler did with this one. There's also flanker available. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Alien Man Fusion. It comes in a blue bottle. And of course, in terms of presentation, look at this bottle. This monolithic style, simply impressive. Simply impressive, at least for my taste. And I enjoy wearing it, especially in cold weather. Next one up on this list is again a fragrance from the house of Mugler, but this time around it's pure wood. A lot of people were expecting probably to include pure Havane or pure malt or any other of the Amen flankers, but to me this is the most underrated and the most unknown, if you want, flanker to the original Amen. Pure wood. Absolutely amazing fragrance. Amazing in terms of performance, in terms of the scent. Also it attracts a lot of compliments, and I love the smell. It's simply beautiful. It brings the Amen DNA, but it also has a very beautiful vanilla note coupled with sandalwood and patchouli, and the smell is simply amazing. It's a woody gourmand type of fragrance, if that makes any sense. You get the impression that the wood, it's comestible, if you want. it's very, very interesting. It's a sweetened type of wood with a bit of patchouli, and I don't know, it gives you the impression that you are eating a woody pie, if you know what I mean. It's very interesting. It's unique on its own. I've never encountered any fragrance like pure wood, especially in the woody category. And that's probably the reason why I like it so much, why I enjoy wearing it so much. And also, it's kind of hard to find it anymore on sale. I don't know if it got discontinued or not, but I still have roughly 40% of juice in my bottle, and I'm very, very careful when I wear it and how I wear it. But to me, it's the most beautiful and the most impressive flanker to the original Amen. Next one up, again from the house of Lalique, and this is, if you want, my most preferred fragrance. This is the one that I love the most. This is the one that I usually wear when I need to impress someone, if you want. This is the one that I wear on very special occasions, and this is none other than Ombre Noir from the house of Lalique, concentration Eau de Parfum. And this is just delicious, to use this term. It has fig inside, it also has brandy, a lot of woody notes. You have some leather also. Just impressive. This is absolutely amazing. This is a beautiful creation from the house of Lalique. It's powdery, it's boozy, it's woody, it's oriental. It's a masterpiece in a bottle. Unfortunately, this one is very, very hard to find. You may have better luck if you live in the Middle East, because mainly this fragrance was released for the Middle East. I bought it outside of my country. I paid quite the price for it, but I don't regret it at all. This is an amazing creation from the house of Lalique. You may find it on Lalique's site. The last time that I checked it on the site, they were selling it for 120 euros, if I'm not mistaken. And it's worth every single cent, if you ask me. This is a must-have in your collection, especially if you love boozy fragrances, if you love woody fragrances. It's simply beautiful. If this fragrance would have been sold by niche companies, this bottle right here would cost about somewhere between $300 to $500 or euros. You need to get your hands on this one. I have a full review on my channel about Ombre Noir from the house of Lalique. I highly encourage you to go there and watch it, because it's detailed. But for me, this is my top fragrance right now in my whole collection. Ombre Noir from Lalique. And the last one on this list is none other than my signature fragrance. This is the fragrance that I've been using for the past 12 years, since it first came to the market. This is also a very cheap fragrance, but it's very, very beautiful. It's very powerful in terms of performance. It's a woody fragrance, because I love woody fragrances. And it's none other than He Wood from Dsquared. I fell in love with this fragrance from the first sniff, and that happened in 2007. At that time I was living in Italy, near Venice, and one day I got into a perfumery and I encountered this fragrance, and it was love at first sniff. Violet leaves, cedar wood, amazing. Amazing performance on my skin, amazing smell, woody, floral, fresh, invigorating, excellent creation from the house of Dsquared. As I said, this is a cheapie. You can buy it right now for about 40-50 euros, but it's simply amazing, especially if you love woody fragrances. Beautiful creation, beautiful presentation, amazing scent, amazing smell, and this is, as I said, my signature scent, and I'm using it for 12 years, and I'm gonna continue buying it and using it until they decide to retire it from the market. That's how much I love this fragrance. So these are my 7 fragrances for life, the ones that I would use for the rest of my life. I'm gonna make a special mention, and this is the intense variant of Dsquared He Wood, where everything that you get in the original gets pumped up a bit. All the notes are intensified, and this is my special mention on this list. So these are the fragrances that I love the most, that I like the most, and that I wouldn't mind to wear them every single day for the rest of my life, and I have no issues in doing this. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. As always, be safe, be good. Peace.